Okay, how we doing? We live?
Yeah, we're live.
Okay, great. So this is Gino Port Tactical Trading. We are going to be doing some simple tricks creating portfolio profits using our trade journals. And let me bring that up real quick. So I'm going to be sharing my screen. Do you guys see my screen? There is a little chat box in there. You got to be logged into YouTube to chat. Now we do these classes every week, every Wednesday right now. And we also have classes every morning. We have about 15 live classes a day, guys. Our halftime report is every day around noon during market break. How you doing, Misty? How you doing, Michael? Great. Nice to have you. I'm going to jump right into this, guys, because we are live on YouTube. And real quickly, what I want to do is before I jump into everything, I want to bring up the disclaimer. So I'm going to let that play for about 15, 20 seconds. Does everybody see it? Yes or no? Okay, there it is. There's the disclaimer. This means we're off and rocking. So now today's subject isn't really attractive to a lot of people because why? Nobody likes the trade journal, right? Nobody likes that. But it is very, very important. It is very, very important, especially if you're a brand new trader. And I actually didn't start my journaling until after my first and second year. My first year of trading was just seeing if I liked it, right? My second year of trading, I started realizing I needed to learn options. And then I was trying to figure out where my strengths and weaknesses are. Now, how many option strategies do you know? See, I started off with about 20 different strategies. Of course, your long call, long put. Then I learned naked put, covered call, credit spreads, iron condor. Real quickly, what is your favorite strategy when it comes to options? We're going to talk about stock trading, journaling too, but what's your favorite strategy? Do you have a favorite strategy, or is it straight out buying stock and options, or buying stock and shorting stock? Any favorite strategy? Bull call vertical. Okay, I like that. Directional, right? So there's directional trades. Do you like to play directionally, or do you like the time trades? See, I really fell in love with credit spreads about 2 years into option trading when I started understanding spreads. Bull put. Now, if you like bull puts, do you like iron condors? Bear calls? Covered calls? Okay. Butterflies. Now, you might like a couple different combinations, right? So you're going to find that if your goal, the correct answer is this: you have a favorite strategy, but shouldn't your favorite strategy be the one that makes you the most profit? So when I had my first mentorship, we broke down with our trade journal which ones were actually working out, and then we tried to fix the ones that weren't. So you might have a favorite strategy like the poor boy's covered call, or a covered call in itself, or a calendar. Might be your favorite because you like it, but is it your most profitable? And if it isn't your most profitable, can you fix it? Well, if you're brand new, I want to show you the power of journaling. Now, this is very important. A good journal for options is hard to find. So in Tackle Trading, if you're a pro member, let me show you where you find that, okay? You see under Trade Center here, right here, pro members. By the way, it's $97 a month right now. We have free trial. Now, if you go down below our YouTube link, there's a free trial. I believe it's 2 weeks right now. You can access all the pro content. This in itself is about a $300 value. Even during your trial, you could download this. So if you click on those trade journals, you go down to the center of the page and you can download them here. You guys see that? And that will download your journals. And it's not just one journal. There's a couple of different ones in there. So after you download them, you will see the gold key to trade journals. Now, if you have not done that and you're a member of Tackle Trading, now's your time. My goal tonight in this class is to show you, number one, the power of journaling, what it does for you. It's not just a log that you go, oh, look how many trades I did, but the power, meaning how it's going to increase your profit. Number 2, to find your strengths and weaknesses. And third, here it is. I want you guys to really see the number. What kind of batting average? What do you think is a good batting average for trading? If you're doing, let's say you're selling a credit spread with a delta of 10 on your short leg, you should have 90% odds, right? You better have a batting average of 90% or you're doing something wrong. The trade journal uncovers a lot. Now, most importantly, I'm going to take myself off video here so I can get more real estate on the screen so you guys can see more of this, because I'm going to bring it up. I don't want it to block the corner of the screen here, okay? So let me get my handsome little mug off there and let me bring up the trade journal. So when you bring up the trade journals, the one I like to use, we have 4 different. This one here, that's the ebook. That ebook is the description on how to use the journals. Okay. Now you can also have an onboarding or join any of our lounges and we'll show you how to use these. But we don't have very much time in this seminar. So what I want to do is I'm going to show you on this portfolio journal one here. Okay. This one here. I'm just going to quickly go through it. And what we do with this as a mentor, I've mentored over 400 students individually and I've coached hundreds, is it really, really helps the mentor or the coach that's helping you if you have a journal. So the journal we have here is pretty neat. And again, this is free. It's so important to trading. We decided that, you know what, let's not charge for it, because if we're going to brag about how important it is to have a journal for a student who really wants to be a professional trader, let's make sure there's no obstacle in obtaining that journal, right? So we made them free. Now, I've seen places that charge $1,000 for a journaling class, and they send you real fancy books and stuff. That was my first class back in 1999, I believe it was, for spreads. The journal was huge, and it was all paper, no digital. Nowadays, it's amazing how easy. If I had this journal back when I started, I would be light years ahead of where I'm at now, 22 years later. It really saves you time. Because mentoring, the goal of mentoring or coaching, and your goal as a trader is to do what? Increase profits. A lot of times, do you ever ask yourself this? Why am I trading so much and not making that much money? You ever wonder that? Do you ever wonder like how much you're making per hour while you're trading, or how much you're making per day or week? Do you want to increase that? Do you want to give yourself a raise? Well, the only way to do that is to understand your journal. And it's very simple. You could go to your, on Thinkorswim, you could just go to your P&L tab under accounts, and it'll tell you the date you entered, the date you exited every trade, right? I like to fill this out day to day or even at the end of the week. I jot it down, my entry and exit. And I'm going to show you real quickly how you log it in. But after that, I'm going to show you what it looks like when it's done. Because when you're done with all your different kinds, when you're done with your journal, I'm going to give you some notes here. So I have some papers. When you're done journaling everything, there's a lot of things you want to look at, but I'm going to give you the main ones. Okay. So this is a 253 trades here. What you want to do is you want to, number one, have a playbook. That's your playbook. So you know exactly position sizing. This is before you start journaling. Your playbook means you know which strategy to do and when. Okay. Number two, you want to have your position sizing down. You actually have to have this before the playbook. Your position sizing, have that down. And also another thing you really need to have consistent is your max loss per trade. Real quickly, if you're swing trading, what is your max loss? If you want to type it in there, is it $50, $100, $1,000? What is it? Do you know what that is when you're swing trading? How about this? When you're investing, do you have a max loss? When you're day trading, what's your max loss? that's the big question. What is the best place or best number? That's the big question here. To put your stop loss. What is that number? You see this journaling, I could dial it in for you. In fact, we're going to dial in mine. We're going to analyze my journal. Is that okay? Hey, there's another Gino out there. Look at that, Gino Borelli. That's a cool last name, Gino. Do you want to switch? See, my name's Gino Poor. I got teased a lot more than you did, Borelli. So you see, yours sounds like a fancy Italian pasta. Mine does not sound, my last name, Poor, does not sound like a stock mentor, does it? Okay, so we're trying to get consistency. Write that down. Consistency equals confidence. You guys got all that? Okay, so what you want to do is you want to use those numbers on your first. You want to use your numbers, your position size, keep it constant, your stop loss, whatever it is. So let's say I have a max of $2,500 per trade. Okay, that's how much I put in a trade. But my risk is I don't like to lose, let me see. My exit / max risk, trying to draw with this mouse, per trade is 450. Okay, see that? So I'll put 2,500 in a trade, but if I'm down 450, that equals what? Out. I'm out. Does that make sense? So once I have this number down, I can now begin journaling correctly. And then I want to make changes to my journal every so often. So, for example, here, my first 50 trades is what you want to analyze. First 50. So first 50 trades, don't analyze the first 5 or 10, the first 50 trades. Stop and analyze your journal. Equals what? Analyze. And I'm just going to make this quick. Journal. Okay, elementary spelling, you guys got it? After you fix your journal, you want to analyze it again after how many trades? Ready for this? Now, we've done this many years, 25 trades after that. So every time you place 25 trades, you want to go back and analyze the journal. Now, what are we analyzing? Okay. What are we analyzing? We are analyzing these numbers right here. Now, I'll give you a second to write that down. So every 25 trades, I want to see these numbers up here improving. So to make sure you guys understand me, looking at my current journal right now, look at me. Now there's a lot to this. I can't teach it all how I analyze a journal. There's a whole mentorship in-depth class on this, on analyzing portfolios. I've analyzed, when I was managing big accounts that were 7 different accounts and millions of dollars and 80 to 100 trades a day and just glued to the computer. I had to watch this every single day because we're doing 50 to 100 trades a day. So this number was watched all the time. And what we're looking for is this. Do you see this right here? This is the average trade profit. Number one, hopefully it's a positive number, not a negative. If it's a negative, something's wrong, right? So what is this number? Is it going up on a weekly basis? Is it going up every 25 trades? I don't care if it's going up a penny as long as it's going up, right? Secondly, if I need to fix something, do you guys see this right here? This is the most important thing right here. What does that say? The average winner is $151. The average loser is 124. Is that okay? My winner better be bigger than my loser on average. Okay. Another thing I want to look at, and this does all the math for you. Isn't that nice? Is this making sense so far? So there's a difference between these two numbers right here. Now, this is the most important box here. The most important. So put this in your notes. Average trade profit, most important. I'm going to put most imp. Okay, you guys can fill it in on yours. Pretty cool, right? Just abbreviating everything. So check this out. Why is this the most important? A lot of people will look over here at this number. Number one, because it's green. And also, what's the batting average here? 54%. 54%. So am I right on every single trade, yes or no? Now, I want to see everybody answer this. If you're right on every single trade, that means you would have 100%. Okay? And I'm going to keep dwelling this in your head because so many people are shooting for 100%. That's not really your goal. You're setting yourself up for the probability to be in a good trade. But really, most important is what? Most important is, I'm going to put it in green here, trade profit per trade and the average winner being bigger than the average loser. Don't worry about this. Psychologically, don't worry. See, I got 137 winners, 116 losers. But here's the deal. That equals 54% batting average, right? Another way to look at it is this. When you analyze your journal, you're not really worried about this. So I'm going to put a note here. Not big deal. The percent profitable right here, not a big deal. And I'm going to show you a couple trades, a couple of systems here where I'm only got like 40% batting average, which you would think that's horrible, right? Do you think that the average baseball player is what? 300% batting average? They hit the ball 1/3 of the time and they're pros. But see, here's the deal. When you look at the trade here, and this is what you're going to see in a lot of professional traders, they're trying to increase this percent profitable, but the whole name of the game is this. When I'm right, I make more money than when I'm wrong. When I'm right, I make how much? My winning trade, I'm going to put it in green here, straight across, is what? 151. My losing trade, when you put it over here, is 116 of them, is 124. What's the difference between that? Now, right away, this is the first most important right here. This is the second most important over here, your net profit. What's my net profit? Is it green or red? It's green. With that result, I'm coming out with $6,209 profit. Oops, hang on a second. Didn't draw right. I'm coming out with 6209. Now check this out. That's on 253 trades. What if I wanted to make, I don't know, if I wanted to give myself a, let's call it, I wanted to give myself about a 10% raise. You know how I give myself a 10% raise? Just by looking at my journal. Here's a quick fix. And this is, well, a lot of reason why a lot of people clicked on this video on YouTube. You see my losing trades right here? It's 116 of them. I lost on average $124. Remember I said I don't like to lose more than $450? What if I lowered my stop loss to, let's say, 430? What if I could lower my average losing trade to, let's say, 104? That would save me in losses $20, right? What's 20? What is 20? If I lower my stop loss by $20 times how many losing trades do I have? 116. Somebody give me that number. 20 times 116 is what? I've got 2,320. Now, if I subtract that from my losses, then my gains would be bigger. That's actually a 30% raise, isn't it? Just by lowering this number, 20 bucks. Now, if I lower this number by $5, 5 times 116, see my losses over here? That's roughly 600 bucks. That would be what? About a 10% raise. I only have to lower my average losing trade by $5 to give myself a 10% raise in my trading. And that means just moving my stop loss a little bit lower. Does that make sense? Now, why do you think I'm talking about a stop loss here? Because I'm good here, ain't I? 124 to 151. I'm hoping this will go up to make this 161 on my winning trade, but it's easier to control. This one right here is easier to control. Your stop losses, okay? That one's way easier to control. Your exit is way easier. Now, I've got a little bonus here. You guys are going to love this. There's a lot of types of trading. You can actually use a different stop loss number for each kind of trading. I don't use the same stop loss amount for day trading as I do position. See, for position trade, I'll allow myself $1,000 risk. But for day trading, I'll allow myself $150 risk. How do I know that? Because I've journaled. I've used the power of the journal. So the stop loss is easier to control. As you trade and practice your setups and using the journal, you can figure out which kind of trading you're good at. This will increase. So let's go find out. My goal is this. If I teach this class correctly, you guys can tell me where my strengths and weaknesses are, okay? So we'll make fun of me, all right? Is that okay? So anyway, when you get your journal, look at the instructions. I'm just going to run through it real quickly with you. You have something that looks like this. You put in here, let's say, okay, AMD. AMD, where did I get this? So after you do a trade, I like to start this when I first enter a trade. You really want to log this in when you get out because it's not going to tell you the numbers until you get out. So where did I get AMD? This one was from, my 5G list. So I might put on here custom 3 and call this my 5G list, right? You can make a little note over here. My custom 3 equals a 5G watch list. This one here, if I got it from a scan, my scan is from Thinkorswim. It's a screener I use, or it might be FinViz. If I got it from a watch list, my watch list here is the Tackle 25 watch list. So how many people ever want to see how you're doing on your watch list? See that my watch list is right here. This is from the options report. So this is very important to track where you're getting your picks, okay? Now you can create custom scans in here, like maybe it was just an idea, gut feeling, maybe it's Kramer, Bloomberg, whatever. But you'll find and compare, you might have a really kick butt watch list, right? That you're getting somewhere. So this is important. The style of trading. My AMD trade could be a day trade. What's day trading? Day trading equals what? In and out, same day. That means you're playing the 5-minute candle, 15-minute candle, right? Or if you're out in less than 24 hours, okay? You guys got that? That's our definition of day trading. What is the next one I could choose from is this. Now, this is so important. If you don't know what kind of style it is, we'll call that custom. What is swing trading? Swing trading is when you're doing, let's say you're playing a pullback and you're playing a buy signal, which is a pivot. So here's a down candle right here. Here's your down candle. Here's your support. You trigger in here, which would be right about here. And as soon as it does a swing high, you're out. So you're playing swing to swing. When you use a swing, a pivot on your entry, and you use a pivot on your exit, that's a swing trade, right? Now, how do you know when you're doing a swing trade? You're usually doing a long call, a long put. Sometimes it's a spread, okay? But swing trade basically means this. You're going to get in on the first buy signal and out on the next sell signal using a daily candle. It's a daily. Now, what was day trading? Intraday, 5 and 15 minute, right? So once you know what your swing trading definition is, you put that there. What's this one here? So we have day trading position. Oh, let me see position. Position trading, this is where you're doing your longer spreads, 3 months long, and you're using your channel. You're using your channel, and you're not playing swing to swing. You're actually playing the channel. So as long as the trend is in place, your stop loss might be below this channel here. See, you're keeping the stop loss here. It has to break that for you to be out. You're actually playing longer term. And usually on a position trade, we're not going longer than 3 months, right? Most important thing is this, you know how to distinguish the different kinds of trading. And what's another form of trading? Investing. Investing, you might not have a sell signal. You might just be doing dividend yield. You might be in there for covered calls. You might be in there for, I don't know, it's a commodity and you're just waiting for it to double. You're not really focused on your loss. You know that you're allocating a certain amount of money there, but it's nice to know when we get done here, how are you doing on your investing? Shouldn't we know that? And finally, what is custom? Custom is this. Custom for me is, let's say I see a breakout and it finally breaks out above my trigger. After it breaks out, I'll decide if it's going to be a swing trade or a trend, a position trade. I might turn a long call into a bull call. Heck, I might turn a stock breakout into a good investment. So I'll put custom here because I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I might just put a trailing stop on a breakout. And then after, let's say I'm stopped out in the same day. If I'm stopped out in the same day, then I'll come in here and I'll change that to, if I'm stopped out in the same day, what do I change this to? Here's a quiz. I'm going to wait for everybody. I put in custom because I don't know what kind of trade this is. But once I'm stopped out and I look at the dates, well, let's fix this one right here. Here's a custom on Apple. How long was I in this trade right here? I'm waiting for some answers. Let me see. Yeah, see the date? I got in on yesterday on the 1st and got out on the 1st. Now, I might have said this was a swing trade, but really, wasn't it a day trade if I actually got out? I started thinking like a day trader and took it, right? What if this was so I could call it, what about this one here? I got in on the 5th and got out on the 1st. Depending on where my stop loss was, that's definitely not a day trade. This could have been a swing trade, right? It took that long for it to, but how often do you get, it's really hard to go almost a full month without a swing high or an exit. So that was either a position or investment, okay? So if you do custom, you got to go in there and say, what was that really? Does that make sense? Was it a day trade? Was it a position? It's really important that you know what kind of trade it was. Now, also a custom could be this. Could a custom be something that's not any of those? Maybe it's earnings play, like an earnings event, or a stock split where you're using like a strangle, straddle. Boy, I'm trying to draw with this mouse. So if you're not really sure what it is, you put custom, okay? So on AMD, I did a swing trade. This was a 60 delta. I was going for direction. It was definitely bullish. It was a breakout. And I did a long call. And this one was, okay, we'll call it August 2020. And I got out today. All right. My total profit, I look at my trade journal on Thinkorswim or my broker, whatever I'm using. My total profit was $180. How much margin? How much did it cost me? It was about a $1,400 trade. It'll do, there it is. So it was a 12% return. Does that seem pretty easy? Yes or no? So it literally takes 20 seconds, maybe 30 to type in each trade. Now, this is where the power comes in. As soon as you get to what number, how many trades do I need before I start analyzing? So I can start giving myself raises and dial in the best stop losses. What do I need? At least how many trades? At least. No, you want to put this in after you placed it. You placed the trade, right? The only thing you're missing is this right here. Okay, and this right here. Yes. Now this analyzer is also, you could take the data from, you see these journals? You got theta research and you got the trade journal. So this trade journal here, here's the trade journal. You can use these numbers. You could copy and paste these numbers from your trade journal, but this analyzer is where you get the power of journaling. This is where the mentors are going to take it to. So let's say I get how many trades in there? How many are you looking for? My first 5 trades? No, 50. You got it. 50 to 100. And consistent. You've left the numbers consistent. So let's go see how we're doing. You guys ready? This is how I analyze it. I'm going to give you the short and skinny version of it. But when I'm really looking at a portfolio, like on a portfolio or a money manager, I'm really diving deep into it. Okay. So here we go. What I do is I make sure all these are on all. So I'm looking at entire. All these drop downs, I make sure that I'm looking at all the trades. Okay. So right here, first thing I look at, now check this out. This is really awesome. You're going to think this is cool. Ready? Is this how many trades? This has to be better than 253, right? So I'm going to put up here a total of how many trades? 253. 253 trades. What I want to do is I want to look at the average profit, which is what? $24. Oops, I used the wrong color. It's green. 24. Well, I'm just going to call it 24.54. Okay. Right there. See? My average win-loss ratio is what? 1.21. And it's green. Now I'm going to judge how good I am on trading. What is my batting average? My batting average is, it's over 50%. It's 54. So here's my win average, my percent profitable, right? So we're going to call this my PP, And of course, PP is green. Very elementary joke. I hope you guys caught that. Okay, so percent profitable, right? Percent profitable. This number right here is my average for all my styles of trading, all my strategies, and all my watch list. Okay, now, if I am happy with everything, do I really need to change anything? I really don't. But let's see if there's room for improvement. I want to see where I'm wasting time and I need to improve. And I want to see what else I could do here, okay? Right away, check this out. On average here, my average winning trade. Now, let me clear this so it's a little bit cleaner. So I'm going to be drawn over this. 54%, $24, right? That's the number to beat. 1.2 average win-loss ratio. So when I'm looking at this, you see the difference between my average trade here? It's about $30. I'm also going to glance at this over here. Your largest winning trade better be bigger than your largest losing trade, okay? This number in green better be bigger. If it's not, you have to lower your stop loss. So my largest losing trade is $568. Now, if my stop loss is, let's say, 550, I kind of went over it. But on average, what's my average losing trade? 125. So for some reason, a trade got away from me. So I got to figure out what that is. Why that? Do you guys see the huge difference here when you have an average losing trade 124? But you see, that might not be anywhere. My stop loss might be 600. So it depends. So what we're going to do is we're going to look at my average and we're going to figure out what's better than average and what's absolutely worse. Okay. So first of all, real quickly, let's go look at the numbers on my personal scan I do every day. My scan I use with Thinkorswim and FinViz. When I do that, this is only looking at my scan watch list, the one I built from FinViz and Thinkorswim. So on my scan, what are my numbers? Now I'm going to draw this over here. Check this out. On my scan, let's look at the average numbers. Sorry about my drawing with the mouse. This is ridiculous, right? Okay. On my scan, my numbers are 53%, which is pretty close to my average, right? And my average trade profit is what? 23.72. Not bad. But would you say that, and now my average win-loss ratio is 1.2. Isn't that pretty darn close to my average? It's definitely not better, but not bad, is it? What I have to decide is this. Do I need to spend time on that scanner? I like it. The scan's working. It's up there with my average. It's not hurting me. It's right up there. Do you guys agree? So that was my scanner. Now I might improve my scanner, but I really don't need to change anything here, do I? Because looking at this, My average losing trade, 692, 536. Not going to worry about that. I'm not going to worry about my stop loss adjustments until I get down into the strategy. How about this? I want to look at not only my scan, but my watch list. My watch list, this is from the stock and options report from Tackle Trading, from me using their watch list. How do we do? Okay, on the watch list, this is my watch list. I'm going to do a little different color here. Check this out. 56%. And my average winning trade, my average trade profit is what? $35.44. Now that doesn't seem like much, does it? From the average, here's my average up here. But I'm going to circle this one in blue. Why? Because is a $10 raise per trade good? Isn't that almost 40? Is that about 40%? That's about 40%, isn't it? So right away, where should I look? Should I look at Tackle Trading's watch list or should I look at my scanner? Which one should I spend time on first? And check this out. Average win-loss ratio, 1.39. So I'm already finding a strength in there. You guys see that? So I'm going to put a little star next to watch list. Now this other one, this other source here, right here, this is a combination of a lot of things. This is my 5G breakout. It's a couple other things. It's a trial. This one here is what? 54% and $15. Guess which one I'm going to go to last? So my daily routine, I already know I'm doing 40% better using this watch list. Does that make sense, guys? I'm going to let you guys digest that for a second. So for strengths over here in green, for strengths, hang on a sec. So for strengths, I'm going to put in the green box. Right now, we know it's watch list, right? So I'm going to put this back to all of them. And down here, weaknesses, guess what I'm going to put? Others, right? Now think about this. You can already see when I get down to, I'm not even going to draw this, but you kind of got the idea. Now check this out. This is where it gets fun. Let's talk about day trading. How am I doing on day trading? So I'm gonna delete all this stuff over here. I'm gonna keep my average up there because I want to see, is day trading better or worse? And where's my stop loss supposed to be? You know, that's a big question, right? So when I look at the day trading, I just simply go over here and switch it to day trading. That's why it's important you put this in there. This is in and out and within 24 hours the same day. My day trading, my average profit is what? $15.80. My average win-loss ratio is 1.18. And my percent profitable is 52%. You guys see that? Then again, I could come back here and say, well, okay, well, what's better? Is it better to day trade my watch list, which is producing $10, or is it better to day trade my scanner, which is negative? Oh, my scanner's negative. Or is it others? Boom. What do you guys think? So day trading, I want to use my other watch list. And by the way, guess what I use for others? We have a day trade mentor. I copy his. Look at that. Using the day trader, a professional day trader, look how that improved my numbers. So when I day trade, if I want to improve myself, I want to use this watch list. Does that make sense? Yes or no? What about, okay, so day trade is not too bad, guys. I mean, think about it. Would you rather make $24 in a swing trade, that's like Monday to Friday, or $15 in a day trade? What I also want you to notice this is, has anybody noticed this right here? This number is not that big of a difference, is it? It ain't 100%, is it? When I get into my credit spreads, it'll be higher. So now I'm going to go into, let's check it out. Let's check out my next kind of, not day trading, but swing trading. Now, I love to swing trading. I love swing trading. This one here was day trading, right? Here's my swing trading right here. Now, just because I love it, is it doing me good? Profitable 54% of the time. But what's my profit? $12.60. What's my win-loss ratio? 1.04. So even though I love swing trading, it's definitely not my best form of trading, is it? Are you guys seeing that? Now, am I better swing trader bullish? Oh, bullish. When I do bullish, I only make $1.87 on average. I'm only profitable 52% of the time. When I'm bearish, check this out. When I'm bearish, $32. So check this out. I'm really good at bearish swing trading, even though I always look for the bullish trades first. Isn't that weird? So my strength is bearish swing trading. It definitely isn't bullish swing trading. Does that make sense? So now I'm going to jump ahead and I'm going to look at my position. This is trend trading, right? So my position trading, what do we see here? Only 26 trades. So I really need to do more, but I'm going to look at all of them. Hang on. 79. There we go. So bullshit. So now my position trading, what do you guys think here? Now, these are my longer term. This is putting my stop loss under the channel. This is playing a certain time frame. It has to break the weekly stop loss, what have you. $51.72. My win-loss ratio is 139. My batting average is 58%. Are you guys seeing something right? Is this more of a strength or weakness compared to my average right here? What do you think? Oops. So right away, I found out where my strength is. Trend trading. Now I could dwell it down. Okay, when I'm trend trading, is it bullish? Oh, bullish is what? When I'm bullish, we put bullish here, my profit is $79.63. When I'm bearish, it's what? Let me go check. And by the way, I'm going slow because I'm teaching this. I could usually do this in less than 10 minutes. Bearish, -$5. Oh. So not only am I better at position trading, but only on the bull side. Now let's be reasonable. Why do you think that is? Why do you think that is? Why am I so much better on the bullish side right now? Now somebody answered, why am I bullish right now? Why is that? Why am I doing so good on the bull side? Because the market's been bullish for 6 months, right? So of course, position trades, and I shouldn't be placing that many bearish trades. The market trend, because this is a trend trade. Finally, watch how fun this gets. Finally, let's look at investing. How is my investing trades going? And I'm going to look at all my investing, bullish and bearish. My investing, now, some of you guys might think this is boring going through all this, but how many people here wish they had their last 50 to 100 trades journaled and I was breaking it down for them? Because you wouldn't believe the slight changes I'm going to do because of this to increase my raise I give myself. Investing is what? 53 cents. And look at that. I'm right 1.23% of the time. You know why? Because if you look at some of these trades I'm doing, they're in there for like dividend yield, or they're just in there for long-term stuff, long spreads. I get stopped out of, they don't work. They're just too volatile, whatever. 45% of the time. See that? Now, when I invest, usually it's on the bullish side, not the bearish. But let's see how I'm doing on bullish. I'm losing $17, even though I'm right 54% of the time. So where am I making money on my investments? It's not the bullish, it's my bearish investments. There we go. I'm actually making $34. How about this, guys? I'm making money and my batting average is 29%. Does that make sense? This is why this isn't that important. If you can make money with your batting average of only 29%, this really doesn't matter, does it? So right away, I'm starting to nail this down, right? So now I know. Can somebody tell me, what is my best kind of trading? What style should I stick to? Somebody tell me, which one is it? Is it investing? Position swing? Now blank, if you have a blank, this is, you don't know what it is. You know what I mean? So, okay, now let's get down to the fun stuff. Check this out. I love doing credit trades. I love doing bull puts. But how do I do on bull puts? What do you guys think? 53% and I'm averaging $6. So my bull puts, 53%. So let me clean this up a little. I already know my strengths. I'm going to leave them out there. I'm going to clean this up a little. Right? Position trading, definitely not bull puts. Everything else is pretty much not helping my average, is it? But let's not give up, right? Let's go to how about my bear calls? 54%, $13. Still not as good as my average trade, is it? How about this? Let's look at my butterflies. How are my butterflies doing? Butterflies. Now, they're a hard trade to get in and out of, but I'm doing $62 on average. And I have a 1.81 win-loss ratio, and it's 53%. What do you guys think? Is that a strength or a weakness or none? These are my bee flies. See that? So do you guys kind of get the gist of it? See how I'm working this? Now, what about my covered calls? How are they doing? Hey, only 3 covered calls. I really can't. $40. I really need to see about 15, 25 of these to really judge them. But 100%, you don't need to look at the profit here. You got 100%. Wait till you get a loser, okay, before you even judge those. How about my iron condors? I love iron condors, but they're only 50%, and I'm making $21. So question for you. Are iron condors holding my portfolio back, or are they increasing it? Here's the average. I got to beat 24, right? This is the number to beat. And this right here. See, what's nice is I'm only right half of the time on the iron condor, and I'm still at 21. Not too bad. Does that make sense? It's definitely not a weakness. No. What I'm upset with in the back of my mind is my swing trades, because I love to swing trade, right? I'm going to show you how to fix that. How am I doing on long stock? Look at that. $2. 48%. Waste of time. It's not red, though. It's not red. How about my naked puts? I love naked puts. Okay, naked put, $62. What do you guys think of that? And I call these delta because they were actually theta trades, but that's the only choice I have here. I didn't put a column in for theta. Wouldn't it be easier just to sort by theta? So you can do that. You can add a theta. What about, and that would make all my credits easier. How about this? How do I do when I short stock? What do you guys think? When I short stock, how do I do? 68%. And average what? $83. Would you say that's my best trading right there, my best numbers? That is my strength, shorting stock. Now I could say what's better, long-term, short-term, swing trading? I think it's swing trading. I think it's better. Let's see. No, it's only $40 when I swing trade. It's actually, is it day trading? $106. There it is. When I'm day trading short stock, that's where the money's made. I would have never thought that unless I had a journal. How about position trading? 147 on my long term. So shorting my day trade or trend trading long term is where my strength is. Do you guys see that? So you can go down here and find your strength and weaknesses. How do I do on strangles? You ever wonder how we do on strangles? Let me put that in there. Let me put all styles, 1 day strangles and swing trading. What do you think? My strangles are actually beating my average. So do you guys see what I'm doing here? I'm actually doing what? Watch how quick this is. 10 seconds, 15 seconds max. When you have all, I look at my strategy, strangle, which is a bi-directional trade, right? And I say, hey, I'm making $31 53% of the time. Is that better than my portfolio average, which is $24.50? Yeah, so the profit's better and it's about the same batting average. And my win-loss ratio is 1.21. What is it on strangles? Doesn't really matter as long as I'm making the money here. right there. 31. Does that make sense? Not so worried about this percentage. Anything over 50 is good, but this number is good. Okay, so that's how you find your strength. Now, if I'm stubborn and I want to perfect my swing trading, I want to perfect my swing trading. How do I do it? This is how you use it to perfect your trading, because I don't want to give up swing trading, right? So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to select all, and I'm going to go in here and go, okay, swing trading, you're not my best kind of trading, but I want to kind of improve. So I want to swing trade. Where is my strength in swing trading? Is it, let's fix the bullish first. Well, right away, I see what's going on here. Do you guys see it? My bullish swing trades right there. What's wrong with this picture? I need this number to do what? Be less than this number. So that needs to be under 300. Does that make sense? So what do I need to do with my stop loss? Now, right here, you can see the same thing. I need to lower. No, you don't have to pay for it. The journals are free, guys. They're free at Tackle Trading. You could download the journals right here. See trading journals? When you go through and you download it, click that. When you go through it, there's certain things that are locked you can't change. But when you go through your, you want to go through this first, the ebook. That'll tell you what you can change and what you can't. Or you can save it as your own spreadsheet, call it a different name, and unlock everything. All right. So check it out. I need to lower my stop loss. So watch this trick. Ready? And not very much, right? About $26. So when I go over to P&L, check this out. It's all listed, your biggest losers to your biggest winners. What you want to do is you want to look at your biggest 4 losers. What do I have? 326 and 240. Well, first of all, if I take that biggest loser out of there, that 326, watch what happens. I am now profitable. I'm now making $7 a trade. Do you see it? Just by doing what? Getting rid of that big loser. What if I keep my losses under 250? That means I get rid of this one and now this will still be a $240 loser, right? But now I'm going to look at this. I got to find a balance here. Of course, I don't want big losses. So I want to lower my loss just so it's a little bit bigger than my winners. Okay. So you got to kind of eye this and kind of guesstimate. And this is after you do how many trades? When you make an adjustment, how many? So this is swing trading. I'm going to adjust it right now. I'm going to lower my loss to about, I don't know, would a stop loss of 250 be good? Yes or no? Well, if I take this out, check this out. It puts me in the profit, doesn't it? So 250 might work, but wait a minute. What are my winners? If I look down here at the winners, how many do I have more than 250? I only have 2 winners, this one and this one, that are greater than 250. See that? So unless I have 2 winners that are above 250, it's not going to help me. So like if I take out this 300, check this out. Barely profitable. But let's say I take out this 270. I'm back to a loss. So I might want to lower it, my stop loss, to maybe 200 if I can, because what's the problem here? Too big of a loss, and my winners just aren't there. I'm looking here, my average winner, if you want to see your average winner, is this. Take out all these and just put in only your winners here. Just click on your winners. And this will give you your average winner. Let me just do a few of them here, okay? It's just going to average it out for you like this. See this? So my average winning trade is $78 on the ones I clicked, right? But if you click all of them, so yeah, you kind of know I got to lower it. So when I do, I'm going to do this. So my adjustment to swing trading for the next 25 trades on swing, I'm going to make my stop loss. It was 370. I'm going to bring it down to 240. So now trading, my stop losses on swing trading are going to be now the new number 240. Does that make sense? I really don't need to do anything about position trading, do I? How about this? I'm going to go back to all these. I want to make sure I'm all of them. Oops. There we go. Back to 253. What about day trading? You guys help me out. Okay, I want to see you guys help me out here. Here we go. Day trading. Let's perfect my day trading. My average day trade's 15 bucks. I want to look at, is it good? 655 versus 536, good or bad? It's good. The winners are bigger than losers, but there's definitely room for error. What do you guys think? If I take out this 536, would that change things? Because the next loser is 378. Look at that. My profit jumps up. Isn't that better than my average? Isn't that better than my average for my portfolio? My average is $24. I just brought my, now what about the winners? If I look down here at the winners, how many do I have over, what's my biggest loser? 378, we'll call it 400 is my biggest loser. I have 3 that are above 400. But don't you think if I brought my stop loss down to 350, that drastically help? Because I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So on every 25 trades, I want a few more winners than I have losers. So now I'm going to bring my to benefit my day trading, I'm going to lower my stop loss to 400 and look how that jumps up. Does that make sense? So there you have it, guys. There's ways to improve it, and it goes way deeper than this. How about this? Has anybody thought about this? Do you ever wonder if your favorite stock you like to trade is really your best one? It's like I get this all the time from a lot of students. Guess what? Guess what everybody's favorite stock to trade is? Apple. So I put Apple in here. 10 trades actually lose money on Apple. Actually lose money on Apple. Wrong strategy, wrong triggers, whatever. Not there's a weakness, right? What a waste of time, isn't it? And how about this? People say, why do you trade VXX? Because when I looked at my journal, I make $10 and I'm right 53% of the time. So you see, it's one of those, how do I do on Amazon? 2 trades, 730. So you can find out, what stock am I wasting my time on? What am I doing wrong? Is it the stop loss? Is it the day trading? So I do a lot of swing trades, or here we go. Here's a great one. How about this? I want to know, am I wasting my time trading just the indexes, the NASDAQ and the S&P? There we go. Question for you guys. $96 a trade, percent profitable 84% of the time. So 84% batting average. Average trade is making me about $96. Largest losers, 300. Largest winners, 680. Don't need to do anything with my stop loss, do I? Is there anything to fix here? Yes or no? I'm going to compare that to my average. What's my average? 54%, 121, and my average is $24. So looking at this, should I spend a lot of time scanning for stocks or should I just trade the indexes? I'm going to wait for everybody's answer. And while you're thinking about it, guys, I hope that your patience on going through this class, because journaling, I bet less than 10% of our students do it. But did you just discover, where do I make my most profit? Where do I have an 84% batting average? If I'm going to show somebody a track record, guess what I'm going to show them? My indexes. And by the way, most professional traders, you're going to see 70% and higher batting average, and their best trades on the indexes. Why? It's the first thing you look at every day, isn't it? Is the market up or down? What's the trend? If you're playing the market, isn't it easier just to guess the market? Now I can go in there with my indexes and find out what is my best strategy that I'm using. What do you guys think it is? So if I go in here and say, okay, where are you, NASDAQ? Where are you, RUT? And where are you? I'm going to put the SPY in here too, because that's an index ETF, right? There we go. Where is the profit? Oops. I lost it. Let me take SPY out of there. It messed me up. There we go. Bull put, bear call, bull put, bear call, bear call, bull put, right? Iron condor. So when I leg into a bear call, my iron condors, I usually leg in. You'll see these different days. They're off by I'll leg into one side of it, but credit spreads. This pull put. Now look at, I don't let my credit spreads, biggest loss, $300. There you go. All because of journaling. I could find out, because the goal is not, number one is consistency. Write these down. Number one is consistency, because that builds confidence. And the only way to do that is to keep your numbers fixed. Number two is to make money, make sure you're showing profit. So once you get consistent profit, because a pro knows their numbers, right? Your number two goal, for me anyways, is this. Work on perfecting your system to increase time spent. Where do you want to spend your time? You want to save time. Yeah, now cheap insurance is where you're going to get the directional ones. You know, that's the debit spreads. There you guys go. I will be on the lounge tomorrow morning. If you have any questions on this, guys, this has been, for me, a fun thing to teach, because I know it helps your portfolios. Isn't a lot of times it's not your stocks you're trading, it's how you're managing. And if it's not your trading portfolio, it's your management. When you move your stops up, how to get more profit out of the trade. But really, finding your strengths and weaknesses is only possible if you have a paper trail. You have to use stop loss. You have to do your due diligence. Please try to do at least 50 trades, and every 25 trades, adjust it, analyze it. If you really are brave, have one of our coaches or a mentor. We're having a mentoring and coaching program kicking off here shortly. Analyze it. How many of you would benefit if one of our coaches or mentors or myself just spent 1 or 2 hours analyzing your trade journal? Do you think we can help you? I know we absolutely can, because sometimes you just don't see it. You need an experienced mentor to look at this and go, hey, I've been there. This is what we need to do. Now, there's a lot more to this I could dig into, but was this fun? Yes or no? Oh, by the way, you can look at just sectors. You can look at your sectors and go, okay, or my ETFs. what ETFs did I trade? So I'll put my ETFs in here and notice I don't have them in here. That's a whole separate watch list. Now I keep my ETFs on a separate watch list on purpose. Why? Because those are mostly investments and covered calls. And I know I have to perfect those because that's my investment portfolio. So there you guys go. Did this help? Awesome. I think the most important thing that I caught out of this is, guys, we had the hearts to say, let's not charge for this. Let's give it away free. So it's free if you're on a trial or you're paying for the pro monthly membership. This used to be a paid product. I think it was about $300, but we know it's so important. And we know that we don't want to mentor you or coach you unless you've had a journal, and a true professional will look at their journal. So we said, let's do it for free. So check out the trade journals, put down your trades. Don't be afraid to put your losers in there. Go back and look at your trade log on your broker. Have a good time with that, guys. Again, this is Gino with tackletrading.com. And I'll see you tomorrow at 11 Eastern, 8 o'clock Pacific in the Trading Lounge.